Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you have a 2017 Ford F-250 and you're trying to carry a variety of different trailers of different heights, or if they use different couplers, then the etrailer adjustable ball mount is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. First and foremost, this will have a 2-inch shank. So you just need to make sure either you have a 2-inch receiver, or more than likely you just need a 2-inch reducer so you can use this ball mount. And this is really going to be more ideal for those smaller trailers that you're hauling behind you, because you're probably mainly going to be using this for anything larger like a camper. But in those off times, maybe when you're hauling a small boat trailer behind you, this is going to be ideal for those situations. And what I really like about what we have today is it's really easy to use and very affordable. So really, to adjust this, all I have to do is pull these two clips and pins out. And this has already been used a little bit by one of our coworkers, so you can kind of see how it handles up to. But really, you can raise this up by 1.5 inch increments to fit whatever your needs are, all the way down to 6 inches for your drop, or all the way up to 6 inches for your rise. And then you can even flip this around to use two different types of balls. One's going to be our 2 5/16, and the other one's going to be our 2-inch ball. It's great that we have the opportunity to switch these balls around, because if you are hauling with a lot of different types of trailers, you're going to need different coupler or balls that are going to work with different couplers. So when you are working with the 2 5/16 ball, that's going to have a different weight capacity than your 2-inch one. It's going to have a weight capacity of 10,000 pounds or 1,000 pounds for your tongue weight. And really, the difference between your towing and your tongue is your towing is going to be the force that's being pulled behind you, and your tongue weight is going to be the force that's going to be pressing downwards. Now with your 2-inch ball, it's going to be the same thing that applies to that, only that's going to have a towing capacity of 7,500 pounds and a tongue weight of 750 pounds. But again, we do have a 2.5-inch hitch, so your limiting factor is most likely going to be your ball mount. Now, just take extra care if you are hauling anything behind you and keeping it to those smaller trailers. But if you are just sticking to the larger trailers, then I'd recommend sticking to a 2.5-inch ball mount. But since we're talking about our truck and hitch, let's get a few measurements to see how far this is going to stick out. And the first measurement I want to get is going to be from our bumper to the center of that ball mount. And that's going to be just about 7.5 inches. And that's going to give you an idea of how close your trailer is sitting to you, and how those turns are going to feel when you make them. Now the next measurement I want to get is going to be the distance from the ground. And something to think about is we do have some airbags on here that do have a little bit of air, so it is sitting up a little bit higher, but it'll start to level out once you put a trailer on here. But at the moment, this is sitting at about 12 inches. So that's pretty good. You shouldn't make any ground contact with that. And of course, when you are loaded up with the trailer, it is probably going to drop down by maybe 1 inch or 2, but nothing to worry about. And you are going to quite a bit with this kit. Of course, you're going to get the ball, the housing, and the 2 pins and clips that hold this into place. You're also going to get an additional pin and clip for it. Now, unfortunately, that's only going to work with 2-inch hitches. So you'll have to invest in a pin with a longer span on it, and we have plenty of options on our website. As for how this is going to hold up after a long time, this is constructed out of steel, and it's going to have this black powder coat finish to it. So it's going to have this e-coating, and that's just going to help this coat really stick to it and help it be more weather resistant. And for the ball mount itself, this is also going to have a black nickel coating on it, or plating. And what I like about that is it just gives it more of a cleaner finish. I'm more partial to this than a chrome finish. And if you are using this a lot, there will be some scuffing on it. And of course, if you are using some ball grease, this is going to help it last a lot longer. But any of the scratches we have on it right now, I really don't notice too much. In my opinion, I think this is a great option for you if you are carrying a variety of different trailers and you want something that's going to be very affordable. Now, if you find yourself that you're constantly pushing the limits of what your truck and hitch can carry, then I'd recommend just getting a ball mount that's designed for your hitch and truck. something that's going to meet that same weight capacity or exceed it, just so you don't damage anything and give you a little bit more peace of mind. And more than likely, that's going to be a ball mount that's meant to work with 2.5-inch hitches. But at the end of the day, it's going to depend on what or how heavy your load is. But that was just a look at the etrailer adjustable ball mount on the back of our 2017 Ford F-250. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.